Alright. Hey everyone. For those who don't know, my name is Zan, and this is day 7, I believe, of my daily hunt logs. I'm going to continue off from yesterday about talking about the roster as a whole, and I'm gonna talk about the Guardians a bit more before moving on to the other monsters. So, um, I did talk about Guardians. I'm not sure why I'm repeating myself. And uh, I might as well finish off with Doshia because I wanted to just talk about him a bit more. He's very interesting, very big. I kind of think his fight is pretty unique, all things considered, and I don't mind his fight. I haven't really done his 10-star a whole lot, so uh, just because although he's interesting in like concept, his fight is only goes so far. Like, it's not one I want to repeat too much. It is a good fight though. But that's because I tend to hold off on his fight for long periods of time. Um, that one's one I don't like repeating a lot. Unlike Arkveld here. Um, Thematically speaking, like his aesthetic is very like angel and demon. I actually don't like it too much. Especially when it comes to his armor set. I just don't like it. I don't think it's that cool. Um, but I've never really liked religious aesthetics. So, um, yeah, you might think like, oh, angels and demons aren't inherently religious. I mean, they kind of are. Not devils or anything like that, or demons. Since those could be explained even without religion. However, anything heaven-like is pretty like religion-based. I would imagine, but I could probably be proven wrong because I don't know. All of it. You can probably explain it with like mythology more than with actual like religion. That's probably a good way to explain it. But I've always seen those things like together, so it's never been like too interesting for me, regardless. Um, but that could just be me. Um, Otherwise, I think how he's like made and his skeleton and his fight is decent. His armor set, though, unfortunately, I can't like it. It's just not interesting. I almost never use it. I do like the passive, though, of the weapon. Um, I can't remember the name. It's White Flame Torrent. There we go. I remembered. And I find it very fun, even though it's not that strong. I try to mix it in with other passives of fire, like Rathalos' fire passive. I do believe it comes from his armor set, though, not the weapon, like Doshia. So having those two stacked together is very fun. You could even stack what's called Laggy's armor passive, since it does the same thing but with thunder, and I think gives you crit as well for a short time. I'm not really sure how much time it gives you crit for. And then if you really want to be crazy and inefficient, you can mix it with there's I think another. No, I think that's how you can. Oh wait, you can do like convert element and have additional like elements coming out of your weapon. How else could you do it? 2-piece Rathalos, 2-piece Laggy, White Flame Torch with the weapon, and convert element if you have the skill in. You can probably get it with the either talisman. Actually, yeah, that's like the only real way to get it, unless you have one piece that has convert element in it, which is doable. AT Arkveld's armor very easily comes with a convert element in one of them. I believe it's the arms, but I don't quite remember. Oh. Then, let's see, is there any other funny elemental things you can do? You could do element absorption, which is decent for defense. But, the fight. Okay, you come with me. Yeah, that was a build I made once because I thought it was funny having so many, like, different elements coming out. Fire, dragon, and thunder all in one go. And then all you really need is the weapon. Well, actually, you already get dragon even without convert element because, Zoshia's weapon does dragon element naturally. So that is something fun you can do. Can't do it with Ardian weapons though, because you can't get monster passives on your weapon. Oh, monster passives like those weapon passives. I mean, that's a better way. Oh, close. And then I don't need to go too into depth with it. And don't want to get too distracted. Let's see. But yeah, Zoshia is interesting up to a point. I don't like him too much. And man, I'm very distracted. I got things going on in my room that I gotta be careful with. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, gotta do that now. Got him. There we go. Let's see. Anyways. Sorry for just going silent there. I had a very hard time concentrating there. So, moving on from Zoshia, because I started going into a tangent about his build. Oh boy. Oops. Oh my goodness, I'm getting distracted. Great, I'm super distracted. Let's see. Not how I thought this hunt would go when I'm so mentally distracted. Bird wyverns, let's talk about those, because there's Kutku and Gypseros. They're interesting skeletal monsters, but their fights can be really, they can be really, what's the word, annoying, hectic, chaotic. They can be very unpredictable as well because the way they move is very stagnated, I want to say. Not sure how else to describe it. I'm sure if you fought Kutku or Gypseros, the way they move is, you can't really guess it. Especially with Kutku's instant charges and how much he can track you with some of them. Especially the one where he puts his head into the ground. I don't know why that tracks you so much. It should just go straight, in my opinion. The fact that it can move so much around is crazy. So, otherwise, I do like Kutku's pack hunt. I find that entertaining. Gypseros is funny, but I don't like fighting him too much. I think I might have talked about Gypseros already. I'm forgetting since that was yesterday. But regardless, want to talk about the Rathalos real quick. The Rathalos. The Wraths. Two Wraths. Rathalos and Rathian. They're, I think I only like Rathalos. Rathian is alright. Rathian for some reason has a very militaristic theme to her weapons. and Rathalos doesn't. I'm not really sure what the disconnect between the two of them is when it comes to weapon designs, but Wrath has much more simplistic weapon designs, while Rathalos is much more big and red, is really the easy way I can explain it. I accidentally used my luring pods earlier, so I can't do that anymore. Anyways, Rathalos is a very fun fight, personally. He's always been fun to fight. I don't fight him too often because he can fly a bit much. Him flying is not necessarily the issue, is how fast he can move while flying, especially when he's just, you know, flying around, because he doesn't tend to hold still when he flies. He tends to just move around a lot, unlike his version in World. In World, you were able to more consistently hit his tail often, even if he was flying, or especially when he's flying, because that was really the only thing you could hit. Yeah. So, he's definitely much more aggressive though in Wilds, especially his 9-star version. Very interesting to fight. I don't know how to explain him really. I'm not good at like specifically analyzing each individual like moveset and attacks. But he's pretty cool. He's fun to fight sometimes. He's kind of in the same boat as Zoshia. He's fun to fight, but I don't fight him that often, so I just happen to not do it. Yeah. As far as their armor sets though, they're kind of meh. It's the original from the very beginning, and I don't care too much about the designs in general. I'm sure some people would appreciate their original designs. However, they are just sort of boring. They were made like, what, 20 years ago, if not more. I remember they had an anniversary thing a couple years ago, and that was a whole thing. I think the whole voting for your favorite monster thing could have been better handled, because the way it was done was strange to me, especially since it included variants. But that's a whole different thing. Another monster I wanted to talk about, since I don't want to go into a tangent again, is Gravios. I like him a lot. He's not actually an intense fight. He's very simple to fight, very easy to read, and very telegraphed moves. But I just like him as sort of a funny fight. I definitely don't cheese him with any water weapons. I just take like any other weapon, like let's say Blast, and just sort of hit him for fun. Some people like to fight, let's say, Chadacabra as like a punching bag. I tend to do that more often with Gravios. And yeah, I fight Gravios as a much more entertaining punching bag. I also get a lot of Gravios and Anjanath dual quests. I end up fighting those two together very often. And they're just sort of my punching bag monsters instead of the tier 1 monsters. Something about them is just fun for me to fight. They're very brute-like and just entertaining as a whole. They're unique. They don't fight like other ones. Their fighting style is very brute-like, as you might imagine from brute monsters. But unlike other people who tend to fight like Chadacabra and Chimotries, for me it's Gravios and Anjanath. However, right now I've been casually fighting AT Arkveld very often. Even before I started recording these monster hunt vlogs, I've been fighting him very often. Just on my own. As warm-ups regardless. Like, this is my first hunt of the day today. And even though I was very distracted with other things going on in my room, I'm not worried about this hunt. Like, surprisingly, I haven't fainted like the other times, since I do still faint every once in a while. Oh, I don't know how that connected. But we take it. We take those. So, let's see. Other monsters I should definitely talk about is like Gormagala. On paper, on design, he's so incredibly cool. Like, he's such a cool designed monster, and I was super excited for his fight in Wilds. Since, as I've mentioned many times before, I've never played old gen. So seeing him come back was actually really cool for me. Even though I just haven't played old gen. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. Now that I have fought him, I'm actually very scared to fight him. Due to the fact I find him harder than Arkveld. I fight AT Arkveld for fun. Like, this is a very casual hunt for me. And I cannot say the same for Gormagala. Can you believe that? He's very terrifying. He's so hard to fight, very hard to hit. I find him faster than other monsters. And to me, that just says a lot. I really should fight him more often. Maybe upload like a speedrun of me fighting him. If I even get a good time. I don't know what a time with him would look like. Yeah. Maybe before the expansion, I should take some time to get my fastest time with every monster, but with hammers. I do have like, I don't know if it's in a playlist, I don't remember. But I've done a lot of hunts with the event quests specifically, with the heavy bowgun. I think they have decent times. They could definitely be improved upon, but I didn't spend too much time with each one. Especially since I mostly gave myself like 3 chances at most to get a good time. But now I have more time on me. I can, and with the end game, I can definitely spend more time. Why am I not? Ooh, that was very close. I wasn't healing there for a second. Not sure if anyone else saw that, but I definitely tried taking that max potion much sooner. Anyways. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing like a hammer speedrun of all the monsters this time. That'll be much more entertaining for me, and this time I won't be like limiting my attempts. The question is, if anyone sees this and is vaguely interested in the idea, do you think I should do it with or without the Pelago? I think I should be doing it. I'm so dead. I'm not getting up. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should do it with or without. I am leaning toward without. For most of the monsters. The thing about it is, I'm going to want to fight the strongest version of each monster available. Since I don't want to do any like low rank or 1-star monsters, for sure. So, doing that with like most of the monsters, like tier 1s, I can get up to like a 6-star tempered Chotacabra, which is fine. But once I start getting to like 9-star monsters like Rathgalos and Blanganga, and Doshiguma I think has a 9-star as well. I'm pretty sure he does. Those will start picking up the challenge, not by too much. However, the real issue is once I start getting to monsters like Zoshia and maybe even Gogmazios. Those bigger monsters, I don't think I even want to try and do like a speed run. I don't find their hunts like um, worth trying to speed run, and maybe I just shouldn't. So, I think if I do it, I okay, he got knocked out over it again. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, that's sort of my thoughts on it. I kind of want to do all the hunts with a hammer this time instead of with a hammer instead of a heavy bowgun. But but just like before with the heavy bowgun, I think I'll continue not using the palico. That's my thoughts. I'm leaning towards not using palico. It just makes more sense, and I'll fight probably. I don't know. It's confusing to me rather how I should like do it. With palico, without palico. Should I do some with and some without? Like, do I just start using palico on 9-star monsters, but leave the palico out of it for the lower ranked monsters? Not sure. I know I'm good enough regardless. Like, if I dropped my palico for this hunt, it would probably add like an extra 5 minutes to my hunt. Not that much time. I kind of wish I hit him with the boulder, but oh well. I wasn't ready for it. And yeah. I forgot what I was saying, so I'm gonna move on to Laggy and Steve. Those two are very cool monsters. I find Steve to be much more of a menace than Laggy. I like Laggy's fight much more. That's mostly because of how much Steve chips away at your health. Laggy does it too. However, I think wow, no crit, unfortunate. I think Steve chips away at your health much more, especially with his ranged attacks. And so I wanted to do a full charge. Oh, that hit me. I didn't do that fast enough. Oh well, we gotta swing at him anyways. I say that, but oh well. Heal away. That barely missed me. I don't know why I didn't sharpen while I was on my way back here. Oh, that was close. But yeah, Steve, I found much more difficult, especially because when he came out, that was also around the time that they were fixing guard up and the guarding in general, because what would happen, I believe, was perfect guards, if you timed your guard correctly, would negate a lot of damage. However, when 9-star Steve and Laggy came out, it was very much forced chip damage. Like, there was really nothing you could do about it. Nope, that is not how I wanted to do that. Oh, I got it perfectly. Nice. Oh, dang. Insane. Alright, let's finish up. But yeah, Steve did a lot of chip damage back then, especially before the guard fix, in my opinion. And then, you know, from there I've obviously switched to hammer and I'm much more comfortable with it. Like, I can't fight 80 Arkveld with heavy bowgun. It just doesn't work out. I think, in my opinion, heavy bowgun is far too slow, far too ineffective. The fighting style of the heavy bowgun I want to say has hardly changed at all, but at the same time has been oversimplified to where it's more boring than if you were to play it in World. But that's because of the whole guard mechanic around it. I don't like guarding with heavy bowgun. I like to dodge around more often. Am I missing any other monsters? I feel like I am. There's Gogmazios, but he's like a siege elder dragon. He's meh. But I think I've talked about him before. I think. Um, let's see who else. Mitsune. He's title update 1. Um, I'll talk about the title updates in general. Um, tomorrow, starting with title update 1. But Mitsune, very pretty monster. I've mentioned it before in a different video that I find the soap unrealistic, but I just sort of um care about that too much. Still pretty. Um, she's all right. No, Mitsune is a guy. Um, fun fact. um, and yeah. I don't mind him being in the game. He is a fun fight. I do like the iteration of uh his flaming eye, very Sans Undertale coded. Coded. Saying that word feels weird. And yeah. Um there's probably another monster I'm thinking of. I know I've talked about Omega as well. He's a pretty fun hunt. I do still wish it was like an actual monster, not a robot, but oh well. It makes sense since this game has constructs too. Um, any other monsters? I don't think so. I think I did talk about all of them. Oh, the apexes. I forgot about the apexes. I mean, everyone likes the apexes. I think my favorite out of the apexes is Raydao though. And then I like New Udra second, Jindahad third, and then Uthduna fourth. I know I've mentioned this before somewhere, but Uthduna is just not an interesting monster to me. Um, yeah. Raydao, I think I can speak for most people that he's easily one of the coolest apexes in this game. And then Nudra is very unique as um being one of the first octopus what is the skeleton called? Cephalopod skeleton? I don't remember. But the skeleton is like one of a kind and also comes with a Zuwu, or how the game likes to call it, Shaywu. Um, hopefully they add like at least one, maybe two more of this skeletal type of monster of octopus or squid. I think that'd be interesting. There was a sort of squid-like elder dragon in an old gen. It used like the bones of other monsters. I don't remember its name, but the idea and looks of it is so cool. I doubt they'll bring that back though. But the idea of him is cool. I like it. But he's definitely not a monster that you can easily bring back. It was thematically possible in Worlds because of all the bones and the death in that area. Oil Well Basin technically has some bones, but it's definitely not as heavy. Um, but yeah, I'm not going to go too into that, especially since I don't know much about him. Um, yeah, I guess if you want, since you, for whatever reason, if you did watch this video and are to the end, thanks for watching, and let me know what your favorite monster is, I guess. Uh, let me know your opinions on them. Who's your favorite? Who's your least favorite? And who, if they don't have a 10-star, who would you like to see have a 10-star monster? For me, that'd be Chadakabra. Definitely deserves it. He's our boy. He's funny and cute. And yeah. Thanks for watching if you made it till the end, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.